we talked last week about how to get to the omoplata in a few different ways. We're just gonna make it easy getting there tonight. Just start in a trap triangle. So one arm in and one arm out. If you ever get to a triangle, just realize you have omoplatas, triangles, and arm bars. They're all available. You just have to position your partner in the right spot. Two ways to get to an omoplata from the trap triangle is, first, a very common defense is just to wrap the hip to block the triangle. If that ever happens, he's giving you the omoplata. If his arm didn't do that on his own, you could hip up and pull that arm into that position. Once you get here, if you're gonna go for the omoplata, take your knees, and right now, take them to the right side. I'm gonna lay on my hip. You guys see that? Now I can pull the bottom leg out and I can throw the foot over and we're in the omoplata right here. So one more time, trap triangle, get the arm wrapped around the outside of your hip. Don't try to throw it over here. I don't have the flexibility right now. To make it less, flexibility needed less, I like to even grab his tricep with a cross grip. I pull and I turn my hips with my knees. You guys see? Now I'm already looking for the waist. Bottom leg comes out and stomps as I throw the foot over the shoulder. We end up here. Now, the omoplata position that we're trying to get to is when I sit up and I cross my legs in a figure four. I have his hip and his elbow. This is the omoplata position. The problem is the omoplata is a very difficult submission on its own to finish, especially no gi. Everything's slippery. I don't have gi to like lock onto. It's easy for him to escape and it's hard to get to the full finish. But from this position, I have an angle. He's face down. There's a lot of limbs right here next to me that I could attack, and a lot of his defenses will put him on bottom. So even if you're not going to get through the submission, this is a good position to attack because it leads to other things, sweeps and other submissions on different parts of the body. So just remember, this is a good tool even though the submission is hard to finish. What I want you to practice, guys, a couple different elements. Most common defense is he's going to grab his inner thigh and he's going to posture up hard. And you're going to end up here. When you end up here, a really critical skill you have to learn is how to break him back down. If I'm going to break him back down, I cross my ankles, I kind of bend, and I'm going to stretch my legs along the floor, come back up, and I'm doing it at a 45-degree angle. So I'm not going straight this way. I'm going at a 45, and I kind of bend my legs, and when I stretch them, I try to stretch them along the floor. You guys see? And that's what's going to break him down. So you have to be good at that, so practice that a few times. He postures up, and continuously break him back down. You guys see? And the battle would be to flatten him out and finish. But a lot of times during this little battle, go ahead, we end up here. One really good way to just get a sweep out of this is to break him down and then let go of his hip. What this usually does is he feels like he's free. So he'll try to do a roll. If he rolls without being monitored, he can turn really fast and then he can get up on top and I'll lose the position. So what we can do is I'll trick them. If I want to sweep, I'll let go of their hip and let them roll. Right when they decide to roll, grab it again. Do it, just roll. See how it slowed them down? Now, two options. First, if I am kind of late on getting my hips up, I'll just let them continue to roll, throw my feet to the outside, let go of the arm, and cover their hips. I'm on top, right? It's a sweep. Roll back. Option two, I let them roll, I slow them down, I come up. Now I'm going to sit on them. I'm going to back step over their head. Watch this. I'm going to tuck under their neck and turn my hips. I have a triangle and an arm bar. You guys see? The triangle is fully tucked. I just bring my knee up to his ear. I make a 90-degree turn. I pinch. I get the tap for the triangle. If I want the arm bar, I just bring the knee up and over the head, and the hip pressure comes in on the elbow. You get the the armbar. If you really wanted to, you could continue through and then lock it from bottom. This is all just options you can play with, but you guys see how not only could I get a sweep, I could get submissions right off the sweep. So this is a really powerful position to attack. So if I get to the omoplata, we can practice breaking them down. That's good. Or as we're breaking them down, I'll just let him roll. When he goes, I monitor, I come up, I sit on him, I back step. Right when that knee crosses the head, I go one, tuck, and put the weight on that knee. And notice it's right under his shoulder blades, just like a triangle. Let's rotate. In order to finish the triangle, I bring the knee up and to the ear, and I just pinch my knees. If I want the armbar, I just continue turning and I bring the knee over his head more and I hit him. Make sense? You could also, if you got to the top, you could just avoid the triangle completely and then hit him. So these are all options.